So here is the 7.2 dungeon, the Underkeep. So as usual, we'll be going through each boss one by one. Alright, so we're arriving at the first boss of the dungeon, the Gargant. I think this one is pretty easy. We can mark Gratia with a triangle, and we're going to follow him during the fight. There's not much more to do than follow him. There's a few spreads I will mention, but otherwise just follow the triangle. Is the front attack. We want to follow triangle behind, like this. Again, this one we just follow triangle. It will position itself correctly. I'm not going to make appear some AoEs. We go in the middle. And then there's going to be a spread. We don't need to move much. So just be there. There will always be one free space next to the middle. So you just need to basically stay close to the middle and take the free spot. Cry will take the other one. These are exploding half balls. We can just follow the triangle again. Just be close to it. Triangle again. That's it. That's all the mechanics. Now this is going to just be cycling. Oh, we forgot this one. Another AoE. We'll be in the middle here. Behind it. And again, we take the free space here. In the middle, close to the middle. In this spread, you don't need to move much. From where you, if you start in the middle, you just need to move a little left or a little right, depending on where Brian is. Again, we're going to follow the triangle. This one is easy spread. And it's over. Alright, this is the second boss, Soldier S0. Another very easy one. We're going to stealth, stay close to the triangle mark most of the time, and it will be I think one or two spreads we need to manage. Otherwise, nothing particularly difficult. Start the AoE, the Tank Buster as usual, and then the first mechanic is going to start. For this one, he's going to cleave half the arena, but also teleport around. So, but we just need to follow the triangle here. Just follow triangle. So you see, quite easy. Same again. We follow triangle, but this time it will be doing the same thing. Okay, now we are going to follow the signs in the right triangle, but we have to be spread out. See, like the four people have to be spread out this way. There's always a spot next to the middle. You have time. So position yourself in the middle, either here or here, depending on where crowd is. It's important that the four characters are spread out like around the clock. Now we're coming back to the previous mechanic, but this time there will be a spread at the end. I think the best way to do this is to ignore the spread, prepare your sprint, follow Gracia here, and when you attack, go pop sprint and move. That's the best way to do it. Anyway, even if you get hit like I was today, you can still survive. There's no issue anyway. So ignore the spread, and then just pop sprint, and then try to leave the spread. We're going to see one more time again, same quadrant as them, and then we spread out like around the clock, like this. I stopped the damage so we can see it one more time. Tank Buster. And AoE, and we're going to do one more time the cleave. Here it is. So follow Gracia. Ignore the spread. Sprint and move. Like this. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, we saw everything. Let's just finish it. I think interesting to know that the spread does not create a vul stack, so you can actually take it again. Right quadrant, again we spread out. We get the position. And it's over. And this is the final boss of the dungeon. Valia Pira.
まだデータが足りていない。お前の力、これで測らせてもらうよ。
So the last boss is relatively easy as well. We can mostly follow the triangle. I think there are two spreads. One which will be a clock spread like we've seen in the first boss, where we have to be spread around the boss. And I think it's a bit tricky one because you see it will be growing. So we'll see how to do that one. And there's a second one which is much easier. We just need to get as close to get the triangle, but just outside the spread. So let's get started. Again, relatively an easy one. Start with AoE. Alright, so that we just follow triangle. Again, if you want to make sure, be very close, very, very close. Stop attacking if it's easier. And just follow the triangle. Be exactly on him, and you'll be safe. That's it. Okay, don't hesitate to stop attacking during the movements, make it easier. Follow the triangle here again. Now you can start with the spread. So go to a place where far from others and away from the yellow line. So just be in between like this. You see it expanded and it goes there. And now second spread, we're going to stay still close to Gracia. And then be next to two of them. See, I'm close to the border of two of them and outside. I think that's the best way because it will be a half cleave. Again, here this starts again, just for a triangle. Triangle here, be on it. Again. Again, be very precise. You have to be exactly on the triangle here. And then this is a line stack, you just don't move. Alright. Again, a full triangle here. Just keep calm, follow the triangle. There's really no difficulty here. Again, spread with in between the two of them like this, close to both of them, but outside. And we'll have another clock spread after this one, I believe. Stay away, give some space. Oops. That was a tricky one because they came and took the spots, but find the one which is empty, that was a bit tricky. I think it's largely a question of luck. Sometimes there is more space, sometimes they move differently, but with the trust, it can be a bit of randomness. Alright, let's stop the damage and do it one more time. Follow the triangle. Ah, again, next to them like this. As long as you're close to both of them, it will be well. Because you don't want to be in the cleave in front. Alright, here we have line stack. I'm going to see another spread. Here it is. So find some empty space away from others. That's it. So you see, this one was easiest. It really depends where they really decide to actually go. Alright, time to finish it. It is. I hope the guy was helpful. I think it's a relatively having simpler dungeon in this patch, so good luck to everyone for carrying it.